Hello, my name is Youngie Kim, and in this video I'm going to talk about women in 1900s about their rights, social level, and history. Women in the early 1900s had very little rights, and absolutely no political rights. They were not allowed to vote or do anything involved in politics. Women lived in a very stereotypical environment. Basically, it was that they would get married, have kids, and take care of the kids while the husband brings weekly wages. However, some brave individuals were working in small areas, such as waitressing and cooking. This chart shows a different kind of jobs women worked in during the 1900s. The number of female teachers may be misleading, because women usually worked with juniors and nursery, while the males taught most of the seniors. Also, the doctors had a rough time progressing their jobs because males would simply not come to see them because they're females. And most females followed and listened to their husbands. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson was a first lady doctor, but she had extremely hard times because of stereotypical reputation from the society. Because many were poorly educated, they often worked as servants in rich homes. Many women worked in local kitchens, but even though more women worked in kitchens than men, it was extremely rare to see women leading the kitchen. Queen Victoria once said, "Let women be what God intended, a helpmate for men, but with totally different duties and vocations." Men use this quote against women wanting to be part of politics, education, or social upgrade. Now, I'll talk about the Persons case, 1929. In October 18, 1927, the Minister of Justice submitted a report to the Governor-General of Canada. The report specifically requested the Governor-General to direct the Supreme Court of Canada to consider whether women can become senators or part of politics. This became a huge topic in Canada for over a year in the Supreme Court. However, a famous question was put into a court's decision during this topic. A male individual has stated, does the word person in Section 24 of the British North American Act 1867 include female persons? In the month of April 1928, the Supreme Court of Canada decided that women were not persons under the Constitution. After, the famous five, who were the five brave female individuals who challenged the current female law, were disagreed by the Canadian Constitution, they appealed to the Judicial Committee of Council in Britain. And later in October 1829, exactly 2 years from the first official case, the Judicial Committee declared its support for women. Even though women were poorly supported in the political environment, they were able to achieve fast results. About a year later, in 1930, Caroline Wilson became the first woman appointed to the Canadian Senate. This woman was from an affluent family with impressive education and personality. She spent over 30 years in the Canadian Senate and was best known for her support in the refugees. She also took several supports in issues such as rights of women and children, freedom of marriage, and diverse health care for the citizens. Years later, women were able to follow her footsteps and help the Canadian government improve immensely. For example, first Canadian woman cabinet minister was Ellen Fairclough. She worked to help the Diefenbaker government and was responsible for the end of racial discrimination. She helped to set up positive reputation to the society and show true capability of all women. She also gave hope to many women who later attempted to achieve the same thing. This is the end of my video, and I hope I didn't bore you to death. Thanks.